Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of In Bed with Poseidon. We're missing a distinguished gentleman again. KIA, basically. Yeah, KIA. Well, nearly KIA. I heard him over the phone, and you made fun of me. Well, you made fun of me. You pretended like he was faking it
because he just doesn't like your face.
Yeah, exactly.
He can't stand to be in the same room with you.
So I've got only Viron in front of me right now.
It's okay. Alex is here in spirit.
He's here in spirit, but I heard him.
I feel him in my pantalons.
I heard him before.
Yeah, it didn't sound good.
Oh fuck, bro! He explained to me what he had. It sounded like what I had at the end of October. At the end of October, bro, I think I've never been sick like that in my life. Sick for a week. Congested. I would try to blow my nose. I would try to go, and like it would pull. Like I would try to inhale from my nose, and it would pull on my neck, bro.
Yeah, it's normal. It's cold season. Everybody's getting sick, bro.
Yeah, everyone's getting rattled.
Right? We've been locked indoors for 2 years.
We have.
People have been taking 5, 6, 15 shots of fucking COVID. So we haven't been exposing ourselves to flus and other viruses like we should, right? So our immune system is has the defenses down. It's like, oh, look at this. Look at this. The world has changed. Next thing you know, we're getting attacked.
Nah.
Like my kids in daycare, bro. They're sick again. It is what it is, bro. Everybody's sick. Everybody's been sick.
Before we start, I would like to address the chat.
Before we start, we have started.
Well, I mean, like, get the ball going. I would like to address the chat. We only have Odo's son, bitch, today. Says hello to you as well. I think people stopped coming to the chat because I've been throwing them in the gulag.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
There's nobody left, bro. Everybody's in the gulag.
Everyone's in the gulag. So welcome, hello. If you pop into the live chat, although we are recording this and we are live. Fuck, my arm's itchy, bro. We are live when right after 2 Drink Minimum is live, and during Pantelis' comedy show at the Bordel every Tuesday night. So we may be missing a few pitfalls. Yeah, which is normal.
It's busy. It's busy for the channel overall. It's
it's
every
busy.
day is busy. It's good.
Yes, very good. Which is very good. Before we address anything else, I would like to basically address Tim Hortons employees. Sorry, I was double checking. I'm so paranoid, bro.
You did that 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm so paranoid. I'm like, what if it stopped working?
I know. What if?
I'm fucked in the head.
What if?
I'm ruined.
You just realized.
I'm burnt.
Your hairline is lower.
I keep trying to push it up, bro, but it keeps...
You have an Indian man's hairline.
Yeah, or Filipino man's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I would like to address Tim Hortons employees. Not just Tim Hortons employees. I mean, customer service employees when they're Indian.
This is gonna get racist. Yeah,
No. It's not racist. It's gonna get sexist. This is terrible. Not racist. This
is terrible coffee, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It's Tim Hortons. That's Tim Hortons. That has nothing to do with.
No, but this is like extra
Indians
bad.
Wow. Yeah.
Wait, maybe the other one's better.
So listen. So it's about to get sexist. When I get served by Indian men at Tim Hortons, they give me the best customer service. Even worse. It can't be that bad.
Bro, how do you drink your milk? Cream and sugar? This is fucking sweet as hell.
What do you mean?
Oh, you took mine. Okay, well, whatever.
Oh.
Well, here, just switch the lids.
Oh, yeah.
If you're afraid of cooties. Wow, that's a sweet coffee. Holy shit, buddy.
I take 2 Splenda.
Jesus Christ.
2 Splenda, 2 cream.
Jesus Christ, that's sweet Poseidon.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Splenda,
bro.
so no sugar. I'm watching my waistline.
Bro, take it easy, bro. It's like my fucking... I think I just developed 3
Oh, no,
cavities.
he put more than 2 Splenda in this. He probably put like 5 Splenda. It's never this sweet. Anyways, like I was saying about customer service, actually, it's trash. No, I'm joking.
It is trash, though.
No, listen to me. Indian men, when they serve you, they're nice to you. They're polite. Hello, sir. You ask them, hello, how are you doing? This, that. They serve you. The guy fucked up. He gave me a medium coffee, by the way, for your coffee instead of a large, even though I ordered a large. And I go to him, yo, you gave me a medium. And he's like, oh, fuck, I'm sorry, I forgot. He goes, keep it. I go, here, you want it back? He goes, no, keep it. Gives me another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, very nice, very respectful, you know, on time. You ask them for a tray. They don't scoff. They go, yeah, sure, no problem, bro. You know what I mean? Bro,
I've never had anybody scoff for a tray, but
bro, Indian women, bro, the attitude.
Oh, zero customer
The
service.
attitude.
Yeah.
The attitude I get, bro. God forbid I ask, bro, I'll ask, first of all, the milk, cream, and sugar on the side for a black coffee, they just toss them on the tray. They don't put them in a bag all neat. And then, God forbid, I ask for a bag. I'm like, bitch. Bro, I'm ready to throw hands, bro, with an Indian woman, bro. You understand? Bro, insane shit, bro. They give you attitude. One time I wanted to pass the gift card. And he goes, no, give me the card. I'm like, no, I want to see the balance. No, give me the card. Yelling at me, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Like, just Indian women, customer service.
So 2 things about
terrible. No wonder they're restricted to running the household, and no wonder they're always being married off.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, bro, if I had a daughter dealing with this shit, bro, I'd marry her off as well.
Yeah. You'd give all your cows.
Yeah.
but 2 things on that. One is that's what happens when you give women rights. No, but I don't mean it like in a very sexist way, but it's like they come from a culture, let's say, where like, you know, they, like you said, right? They have to be like that second class sort of almost citizen in the relationship, right? They're very quiet and it's like they come here and they're like, holy shit, we could do what we want. We could say what we want, especially in a society that's so pro-woman, right? Because now, like, let's be honest, right? Like, it's crazy that I was even listening to a podcast the other day and it was a woman, she was saying how, like, women have it so easy, like, to the point where it's ridiculous. She's like, we could do whatever we want and we could basically get away with it, right?
Yeah.
So now, that's kind of like what it is. It's like, fuck you, like, in your face, which is funny because it's always... You know, it's always hypothesized that men are more disrespectful. Yeah. But in this scenario, it's women that are more disrespectful, whereas the guy is here making $12 an hour and he's like, fuck, I got to make some money to bring home,
For the past 10 to 20 years, it has been women, yes.
Yeah. And the second thing
Before there weren't as many cameras, they could still cop beatings.
Right. Exactly. and then the second thing, bro, is that customer service in general, bro, is just garbage, bro. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody cares. You know why? Because there's no repercussions. There are no repercussions. You can't find employees. So everybody's afraid to fire people. Yeah. You could do whatever you want, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, you turn around and say, what, bro? You're paying me $14 an hour. Fuck you and your job. How's that? Nobody cares. There are no repercussions. And it's because we've moved away from... Because everybody has to be put on that same playing field, right? Everybody gets a trophy. Yeah. So it's like companies no longer... Like, not no longer, but they're almost afraid to sort of single out employees based on their merit and based on how good they are, like to give them bonuses and stuff, because other people will turn around and be like, well, you're sexist, you're racist, you're this, you're that, right? It's fucked up, bro. So everybody's on an equal playing field. So why, if you're really good at your job, right, and you're working next to somebody who's mediocre, and you're both making the same salary, why would you try harder?
In sales, that never flies, though.
Yeah. What do you mean?
In sales, that never flies.
Whatever flies.
That'll never catch on in a sales environment.
But that's because in sales, like, you make commission, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here you're not making commission. Here you're making $14 flat, bro, whether you give shit service or not.
Yeah.
So why would you try? Why would you go the extra mile? You don't care.
You're right.
You don't care, bro.
Nah, I get it.
Yeah. Like, I went to the CLS. You actually do have a funny story. Not a funny story.
But hold on. You know who was very pro-woman a society? Very feminist society?
Sparta.
Spartans.
Ancient Spartans.
Yeah,
not modern Spartans.
Not modern Spartans.
Backhand you, bro, to the next.
Instantly, bro. Bro.
Backhand you back to 1920, bro.
She'll be like, excuse me, can you pass?
Yeah, you interrupt the game of Tavli. 12 o'clock, bro, and the food's not ready.
Yeah, ancient Sparta was very, very liberal.
Look, they weren't, first of all,
not liberal, but very pro. Like, women, bro, they had and you know what their mentality was?
You're going to tell me, go on.
Their mentality was it's because it's strong Spartan women who give birth to strong Spartan men.
Yeah, okay, so Hollywood aside, I'll tell you why.
I read this online.
No, I know. It's okay. So this is gonna this will be the funny historical fact. So you're right in the sense that Spartan society was very egalitarian. That's the word you're looking for. It was very egalitarian between men and women.
Egalitarian or egalitarian?
Egalitarian.
Egalitarian.
Yeah,
okay.
Meaning that both genders had more or less same
Well, you're
rights.
both human. You get treated right.
Right. So.
Unless you were blind.
Well, yeah. Actually, not even.
No. Greeks enslaved other Greeks. That's
of course. Yeah, so the Spartans ruled over Greek slaves, which were called helots.
Yeah.
Helotes, right?
Yeah.
So those were helots. So Spartan culture was it was interesting. It was interesting because it was crazy. Okay? And it was crazy in the sense that it was simultaneously egalitarian, more so than democratic Athens. But at the same time, it was also fucked up. Like, it was a fucked up place to be. It was
100%.
It was a very, like, nitty gritty, like, hardcore place to be.
Oh, yeah.
So, the sort of women having more rights or more power is true. And the reason behind it
No,
is
they didn't have more rights or more power, but they were...
No. They had more rights or more power than other Greek city-states is what I mean, right? Than other Greek cities.
Okay.
And the reason behind it is not like because they give birth to the Spartan men.
Obviously,
But it stems from the fact that because in Sparta, the men comprised the military, right? So all citizens were soldiers by trade, right? So anything that was labor, whether it was farming or mining or whatever,
was the helots?
Was the helots. So they were slaves,
Or
right?
the women?
No, it was just the helots.
A Spartan man wouldn't allow a Spartan lady to fucking touch that fucking...
No, they're no good. They're women. So they would enslave other men to do the work for them. No. So because the men were constantly in training or off in battle, right? Who was left behind to manage shit?
The
women. Exactly. So women were the keepers of the household.
Yeah.
There are historical records of extremely rich Spartan women who had massive dowries. Who even were like almost like modern day banks or financial lenders. They would lend money. Yeah, they had a lot more power in that sense.
Wow.
Because the men aren't there. The men are always out fighting war. Like
look where that got them.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. But no,
God, we gotta stop, bro.
no. What? All the women. Yeah, they fucked up. Short-sightedness. They're like, oh, this is a great idea. What could go wrong?
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah.
Why do you think they have no patience with them nowadays? The Spartan men, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, got your dead body.
Yeah, the last time we gave you control. Yeah. But, so that's one of the reasons. It's because of the way their society was structured. Look, let's be honest. It was still governed by men. It was still kings and not queens.
Yeah, no, obviously.
And the elder sort of class of politicians, the Gerousia, was men.
What?
The Gerousia. It was like the older class of voting members of parliament. Like they had sort of, it was kind of a parliament. It was the elder aristocracy
because
who would
they
vote
had
on
wisdom.
matters. Right. So that's it. So
That's very interesting because in today's society, the older you are, the dumber you're considered. You're from another time, and there were things were differently.
No, they respected the
But there
elders.
are certain things though, whether you're old or you're young, that don't change.
No, of course.
You know what I mean?
Plus, you also have all those years of knowledge that you gain throughout your life through experience, right? So that's why, like, even the kings would present matters in front of the Gerousia, right? And they would discuss.
How do we say it in English?
The Gerousia. Gerousia.
Jerusalem?
They would bring matters to Jerusalem. The Gerousia.
They controlled everything back then too.
Yeah, the Jews. So that's it. So they would bring matters and they would discuss it, right? Because you needed that opinion of the wise people.
Yeah.
Plus, let's be honest, bro. If you were in the ancient world, not just Greece, but if you made it to the ancient world to like the age of 70 or 80, especially in a Spartan society where you're all fighting every year, all the time.
You were valued.
Yeah, bro. You were somebody. You were like, bro, this guy's seen some shit.
Yeah.
This guy's lived through shit, right?
Yeah, it's true. I never thought about that. Oh, fuck. It's true. Because back in the days, everything was so dangerous, but we no longer have that danger. No. I think that's why old age isn't as respected as much as it used to be. It was a much more rarer.
Yeah, it was rare. Yeah, like to see an 80-year-old person walking around was fucking rare, bro, in the ancient world.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's people that say, oh, it's because lifespans were shorter. They were, but not by much. But it was just because of that, bro, because of war and death and pillaging.
Exactly.
And fucking,
there was a constant threat.
Yeah, for sure. So
very interesting.
So Sparta.
Imagine how much of a tough son of a bitch you had to be to make it to 80 back
balls,
then.
Bro. Your balls hang to your knees, bro. Like
and
balls.
Get down to your knees and cock goes through the earth, bro.
Yeah.
You're dragging it. You, that's how they would make the lines in the earth to farm, bro. You would just walk in their fields.
Yeah. You know what else fucked up about Sparta?
What?
Because every citizen was born. So here's the mentality of ancient Sparta. You as a citizen are born for one purpose.
To serve the state.
To serve the state.
Very communistic.
Right? That's all you are. Yeah. You're just there to serve the state.
As a man.
And as a woman.
Oh.
You're just there to serve the state.
Okay.
So,
but you were entitled to wealth, though.
No.
Oh.
Very minimal wealth. And that's why the Spartans, unlike other Mediterranean civilizations, didn't actually have their currency in gold. Their currency was made of iron.
Really?
It was made of iron. And
I didn't know this.
Yeah. And the higher the denomination, obviously the more iron. So it became very heavy. And the reason was that they didn't want people to accumulate wealth or be able to steal wealth from other citizens or the state. So
even if you steal it and keep it for a long time, it turns into rust.
That too. But imagine you steal like $1 million, right? But $1 million is, bro, I don't know, fucking a ton of iron. Who the fuck's gonna move a ton of iron?
Back then.
Plus, if you go anywhere but Sparta, it's not worth anything. Like, you can't go to Athens and be like, hey, look, I have these iron Spartan coins. They're going to be like, yeah, well, we use gold here, so your iron isn't worth shit.
Yeah.
So it was an anti-theft system within the system itself.
Would you argue that gold, that's very clever. Very clever, actually. Yeah. Would you argue that gold is outside of the boundaries of time? Meaning that no matter how much you mine it, because you can't really destroy gold.
Well, you can't really destroy anything. You could transform it.
Yeah, I see what
you mean. You mean like aluminum and stuff. Like you can melt
but if
it
iron
and
rusts,
it
eventually.
Right.
Yeah, but gold can't rust. Even if you melt it to insane degrees, it just turns into liquid, and then it hardens into whatever shape. That's why there's the veins in the earth.
Right.
So would you consider that gold is outside of the realm of time? It transcends time?
Well, it doesn't.
As a currency?
Well, it has transcended time as a currency, right? Because it's been around for like 3 millennia or whatever.
But there's always going to be value.
Always. I think it has been, in terms of a single material, the most consistently used element in economies throughout history, gold.
I was thinking about this because I was recording a podcast the other day with two gentlemen, and one of them is heavy into cryptocurrencies and stocks and everything. And he was talking about how Bitcoin, I think it was Bitcoin, is outside of the grasp of time and the physical realm. So you don't need space to store it, but I would argue you still need giant computers to store it. Well, so you still technically need space.
Well, you don't need giant computers because you could store. No, it takes a few kilobytes to store your wallet or whatever it is, but you need massive amounts of computing power to mine it.
Yeah, right. So it's not outside of the realm of space. It's not out of the realm of time, because with time, let's say as technology evolves, that will become obsolete. Let's say Bitcoin, something else will replace it.
Well, nothing in itself that we could describe as human beings is outside the realm of space-time. Right? Because everything needs a time and a place.
Yeah.
Like everything exists in the here and now.
But what I mean is,
nothing can exist without time and space, as far as we understand the universe.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Right? Like you can't exist. Like if I take away Earth, you would exist in time, but not in place.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gold might go out of fashion. I don't think it will, because
I don't think it ever will.
There's no reason why gold has the worth it has. There's no reason. Civilization at some point.
Have you seen lately the worth is going to be, gold is going to be worth even more.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying.
Computing, we need gold.
You don't understand. Like gold is not some magical element. Yeah, it has some pretty cool properties. Like you said, it doesn't rust, right? It has all these, it's very
stylish.
It's very stylish. It's very malleable. But there is no reason. Like we could have chose some other element. Just at some point, I don't know, like platinum or palladium or some other element. It was just
platinum. Does platinum rust?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Platinum doesn't rust.
Okay,
Silver doesn't rust.
Where does platinum come from?
The earth. It's an element.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's white gold, but it's real white gold. Like they often refer to it as white gold, but it's bad. But this is all just to say that it's just that gold.
Hold on, can platinum be used like gold can be used?
Yeah, of course.
This, that.
They have the same thing.
Really?
They're both very good conductors. They're both. The difference.
But platinum is more resistant to heat, I think.
It is. It's a much stronger.
Much stronger,
so it's much harder to work with.
Oh, that's why it's more expensive too. I think it's more expensive.
I don't know if it's more expensive per gram, but it's just that at some point. Right, either in Mesopotamia or for sure in ancient Egypt, but probably before, it's that they were just mining gold and saying like, hey, look how crazy this thing is. And you could make stuff out of it at a very low temperature. So it was malleable. So it became very valuable to those civilizations. And we've stuck with it through time. But there is no reason for it. Like we could have chose another mineral, right?
Yeah.
We could have chose any other mineral and just
that doesn't
whatever the case
rust.
is. Whatever the case is, we could have just chose another mineral and be like, okay, this is going to be the basis for our economic
platinum
system.
is $976.20 per ounce, whereas opposed to gold is $1,800, half the price.
Cheaper, half the price.
But hold on. So does it have every single property that gold does? Literally every single one is just stronger?
It might not have the exact same electroconductivity as gold.
That's where that changes.
Yeah, but then you could just use copper in place of gold for certain things like that. Like every mineral has its strengths and
copper rusts.
Copper doesn't rust; it oxidizes. It's a little bit different.
I
You
see
can
what
fight
you
the
mean.
oxidation of copper.
Yeah, you can always restore it to its original. Yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah. But it's fucked up that society just one day decided like, hey,
Look, what I'm trying to get
this is
to.
what we're gonna base our entire economic system on.
What I'm trying to get to is aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens
brought gold to this earth.
No, they brought humans as slaves.
Bro, the Spartans were aliens. Wait, let me finish my fucking
sorry,
historical facts.
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so all this to say, like a few crazy things about the Spartans. And this will be our historical fact. So one was that they used iron instead of gold because they understood that wealth can corrupt people and it leads people to do bad things.
Therefore, they had the wealth being corrupted by rust. Wow, that's something.
Well, they
deep
had
there.
gold in their coffers. Like the state
but hold on.
obviously had gold.
There's something deep there. Think about it.
Yeah. The other thing was because you were born and your only purpose, like everybody was a slave to the state, right? So every man's job was to be a soldier and protect the state, and every woman's job was to give children for the state to turn into soldiers. So there's only two instances where one could get buried with their name, with a gravestone with their name on it.
Oh, they wouldn't bury people with. I didn't know this.
They would
This
either
is
burn
wacky.
you or they would bury you unnamed because you served your purpose. The minute you die, like you were given ceremony, but the minute you die, you stopped. Like you weren't.
I
useful for the state.
always thought, why do we bury people? Like we're gonna forget anyways eventually. Like the only reason that we bury people is because it's a business. Think about it.
Well, no, it's a religious thing because in Christianity they say that you can't.
Yeah,
burn
it's
yourself.
a religious thing,
Like
but
Judeo-Christians
it
don't burn.
may have spawned from the fact that you could turn it into a business because the church was very corrupt.
Well, maybe.
Like I've always wanted, like when I die, just fucking burn me, bro. Burn me, spread my ashes over the.
Yeah,
Aegean.
that's fine. That's fine.
You know what I mean?
It's cheaper. It's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't because I'm thinking like I would never want to give that stress to my family. You know what I mean? Of having to pay. And this,
I get
that.
it. Well, life insurance and shit.
Yeah, but still.
All right.
You know what I mean? Let them enjoy the money. They're alive.
Yeah,
I'm dead. I enjoy. You know what I mean?
But that's that stoic sort of Spartan mentality. It's
Yeah.
like I'm dead.
Yeah.
I don't need all these extra things, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I served my time. I served the state, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Or I enjoyed life.
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't
the
have to be serve the state. Let's not go
you
get
know.
ahead of ourselves.
So the only two instances where somebody would have their name on their grave,
they were a king?
no, not even
Really?
Not even.
Then how do we have record of all the kings?
because of history.
Okay.
So, if you were a man and you died in battle, you got a grave with your name on it because you died a hero for the state. You gave your life in battle, right? But not if you died of old age. If you died in battle, and if you were a woman, if you died in childbirth.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you died giving birth because you died giving your life for the state, you died giving a human for the state, you were buried as a hero, even as a woman.
Wow.
And that's the only two instances in Spartan society where you could have your name on a gravestone. How crazy is that?
Not even kings.
Not even kings.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is kind of
like, because
crazy.
those were the ultimate sacrifices.
It's true, yeah.
It's not like you died of natural causes. It's you, as a good citizen serving the state, gave your life in those two most critical moments, in battle or in childbirth.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you also know that Spartan women were not only allowed to divorce, but were encouraged to divorce their husband if he couldn't give them a children?
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, they
or
were
if
allowed,
he was a bitch, or if he was
they were allowed to change partners. Like if he was a beta, like
I think
you,
if he was a,
she was allowed to go out and bang to produce
Let's see if
children.
a beta would stab you in the neck. You bitch.
Probably would.
From behind though, I will do it from the front. What was I gonna say about? If he complained a lot.
You know, whatever the case is, but like if he fell in battle, you were obviously given carte blanche because now you're a widow. But if you couldn't produce offspring,
imagine like, would they get upset, the women, if like they divorced their man because they thought he was like less than, and then he would like die in battle? Do you think they would like regret it and shit?
I don't know. Maybe like because he died a hero.
Yeah, it's
No,
like I could have been a widow of a hero. Now I'm a
dirty whore.
Yeah. He's there. He's on his shield coming back. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Bitch. That's why they died in battle, bro. That's why they died in battle. They wouldn't get divorced. They were so alpha. They wouldn't. The woman wouldn't divorce them.
Yeah.
So they're like, I gotta get away somehow.
Yeah. Exactly. He's like, this is the best. This is the best way to go.
Yeah.
This is the best way to go. It's because the women back home, bro, got too many rights and they started yapping away.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bro, just take me now.
Let's address the chat. We got our one dude in the chat. First he says, I'm the only one to come out the gulag alive. That's because he killed everybody else. He wrote that a while ago. My grills is made of platinum. Do you really have grills? Because if you do, that's pretty cool.
A platinum grill is pretty cool.
Platinum tool. Gold is pricier than platinum. Gold is pricier, but platinum is denser, so the same size change will be around the same cost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So what he's saying is that because gold is twice as much, but platinum is twice as dense, you get more
Does it weigh
weight
more,
per
that means?
volume. Yeah, it's super heavy.
Okay.
Like my wedding band that I'm not wearing is made of platinum, and my wife's also. And I specifically chose platinum. Don't ask questions.
Came to suck my dick, didn't you?
The old it's fucking heavy. Like when it falls, bro, like the sound it makes, a ding. Yeah. But the reason I chose is because it doesn't yellow like gold. Because white gold is just yellow gold coated in rhodium.
What's rhodium?
It's a white metal. And they use nickel to bind it to the gold.
But this is the earth that does this naturally?
Yeah. No. We do it. Jewelers do it.
Platinum.
No. Like when you plate gold.
When you make it into white gold.
Yes. There's no such thing as white gold. It's just gold. And then what they do is they put a very thin layer of rhodium around it with nickel. But what happens is that it rubs off after a while. So I didn't want to go through that. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'll just do platinum.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So platinum weapons is where it's at, basically.
I don't think it's strong enough for weapons. Like you can't make gold weapons because it's too soft.
Oh yeah, it's too soft.
Yeah, it's too soft.
It'll get bamboozled.
Yeah, it'll get rattled, bro.
Yeah. You go to you go to cut somebody and he puts up his arm and it just bends over. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because bro, my pinky ring is fucking, what is it?
Bro, if you use,
I think it's 10 carats.
Yeah.
And it bends still easy. And I got it 10. And I got it 10 because it was thin. And I'm like, I want it to be tougher. Yeah. But bro, God forbid I smack the table the wrong way.
Oh yeah. If you wear like the higher the purity of gold, like if you wear like a 22 karat or a 20 karat gold, bro, just the heat of your hand deforms it.
Yeah. And this is, bro, I bought this when I was 16. It's stainless steel with gold, what's it called? Gold plating. Bro, this thing is tough as shit, bro. This ring, when I bought it when I was a kid, I was 16, 17. Tough as fuck, bro.
Yeah, because what is it? It's steel, no?
Stainless steel.
Yeah, it's steel.
How do you make steel stainless?
You add nickel to it. I think nickel and tin. Very small amounts.
Very small amounts. Interesting. But steel rusts.
But stainless steel, because of the nickel, nickel doesn't rust. So because of that, it forms a barrier.
Very interesting. Okay.
I don't think rhodium is rhodium is not a type of platinum. Rhodium is its own element. I'm pretty sure here. I'm going to check the periodic table.
I have a question. This silver.
What am I, a fucking physicist?
No, it's science class today. The silver rust.
Silver does not rust. There's a specific property for silver where it tarnishes. It becomes sort of that black. Have you seen like silver become black?
But that's very easily cleaned though.
That's it. It's a tarnish. It's not a rust. Rust is actually, it's a chemical... it chemically changes the physical properties of the metal. Like you said, it breaks it down. Okay. Whereas the rest is just surface.
Okay. So silver can be used for what? Other than, can it be used for weapons? Is it strong enough for weapons?
No. It's used for electronics, jewelry, a bunch of stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so...
I could have Googled everything, but it's way more interesting like this.
So rhodium is its own chemical element. It's number 45 on the periodic table. Its symbol is RH. That's it. So it's not platinum. But they use it with platinum. Like that's the thing that they... they use it with gold. That's usually what they turn gold into white gold. It's a very... And we're talking about microns, eh? They put like barely a layer of it on.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you wouldn't be able to see it with a naked eye. It's very, very thin.
The only reason I like gold is because I like the way it looks on me.
I hate the color of yellow gold.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a... Why? I don't know.
I find it suits me. I like the way it looks on me.
I hate, like, I have yellow gold chains and rings, whatever, and I fucking hate it. Like, I'll wear them, but it's not me. It's not white gold I love. Silver, white gold, stainless steel, platinum, no problem.
Silver, I find, is more of like an older gentleman, like more.
It's less flashy. I like more like.
Okay, you know who I picture wearing silver accessories. What's that movie there with the spies there, with the gentleman, and the kid gets recruited? Fuck, what's the name of that movie?
The one with the Swedish babe at the end.
I think so. Where he fucks her in the ass. Yeah.
He goes. But how weird is that line?
That's such a weird line.
If you save the world, they'll let you fuck me in the ass. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, talk about left field. Like, what?
But hold on, what's the movie called?
Whatever it's called. I know what you're talking
about.
No,
but now it's bothering me. Hold on.
The English people.
Yeah. The not the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The fuck. What's it called? Oh fuck! Am I really going to fucking Google this right now while we're recording? I am, because it's bothering me that much. But I have to keep talking.
The Secret Service?
Yes.
No, the Secret Service.
The Secret Service. The Secret Service.
The Kingsman.
The Kingsman Secret Service. Okay. Yeah. So here's who I picture wearing silver is the Kingsman Secret Service. Okay. Those type of gentlemen wearing silver. Who I picture wearing gold is the Peaky Blinders.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. More in your face, more sort of like like you wear gold and I wear silver, more monotone, sort of, not less flashy.
It's because you're a beta.
No, it's because I'm an alpha and I have nothing to prove.
No, alphas are loud.
No, not true alphas. Betas who pretend to be alphas are loud.
No. We found the website. Explaining
There's
everything.
There's a difference between being confident and being loud. Loud is you're trying to make up for the fact that you're a beta and that you're uncertain of yourself.
Hold on, let me find it, you piece of shit. Cairo, independent, brass knuckles. You know what I found out? Brass knuckles are illegal in Canada.
Yeah, of course they are. You didn't know this?
It's so gay.
Bro, could you imagine fucking street fights breaking out with brass knuckles?
It used to happen anyways.
Yeah, but they made it illegal.
Huh?
Yeah, but technically so are pocket knives and all and butterfly knives, and everybody still has them, so.
He is confident. He is outgoing. He is a leader. Mm-hmm. He is charismatic.
Mm-hmm. Confident, outgoing, charismatic.
Yeah, outgoing.
Leader.
You're outgoing.
Nothing about loud. Nothing about flashy. Nothing about in your face. Don't, bro. You're talking to an alpha, bro. You want me to describe myself, bro? You fucking beta, bro. Those are, first of all, betas wear pastel colors like that.
What?
It's a very beta fucking shirt.
This is not a beta shirt.
It's a very beta shirt.
You're a beta shirt.
Okay, let me finish on the Spartans. Last thing, and then we can move on. So the last fact I'll tell you about the Spartans, and this is why they're so fucked up of a society, right? Because women have rights and powers and all these things and blah blah blah, and it's all fine and dandy. They both get equal funeral rights in the sense that they're both heroes. Slave society. So it's estimated that in ancient Sparta there was about 10 to 13 slaves per every citizen, per every male.
Oh shit!
Well, you need a lot of people to do all these trades, right, to keep society rolling.
Bro, do you know why the men needed slaves in Sparta? Because they had no bitches.
You see?
The women were independent, bro.
Exactly. So 10 to 13 slaves. I can't stop. 10 to 13 slaves per person.
God damn, man. That's a good average.
That's a good average. And you know how they kept them in line?
How? Oh, this I'm curious.
So it's been a while. It's been years. But I forget what the actual thing was called. But basically, when you were a young Spartan and you were going through the military academy, the training, which was called the Agoge.
No way.
Agoge.
I think I just...
Yeah, at the night, it wasn't called the Kaironia. It was called the Cryptea.
Okay.
So it was once a year, and this was sort of a trial that young Spartan soldiers, boys had to go through during the Cryptea. You had to go out in the middle of the night and kill a helot, a slave, for no reason whatsoever. You had to break into their home and kill them. So they ruled through fear.
That they could get murdered at any moment.
Exactly.
So they would make their effort to be the nicest, so like that they could be spared by the fucking killer teenagers.
Like if you cross, like if you do something, bro, and they, like a Spartan puts you, like, you know, has his eye out for you, like, oh, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that night you're fucked, bro. Yeah, so it's called the Cryptea. And the reason they did it was because there were helot uprisings throughout Sparta's history until one day they had enough. Like the men were away at battle, and obviously the slaves fucking outnumbering everybody 10 to 1 sort of rose up in arms and they almost took over Sparta. So then when the army came back, so when the army marched back, they fucking massacred everybody. And then they said, from now on, every year, you fuckers are just getting murdered. Like, randomly.
Wow. Yeah. Hold on. I have a question now. If you own said helot, right? Said slave. As a slave owner, you wake up, you find one of them dead, and you're like, oh, fuck, it's a Krypteia, fucking bastard. Probably cross somebody, right? Is this slave replaced by the state, or you had to purchase him yourself?
That's a great question, because I don't know the answer to it. So that's a great question.
Wow.
I would assume, though, because the military was state-run, and this was a state-sponsored event or rite of passage, they probably compensated you.
So they don't have the men go against the Krypteia, basically. Because then imagine they had to pay,
because you're a soldier. You've done the same thing in your life.
Yeah.
It's a rite of passage, right? It's just one of those
so
things.
It may be very possible that it wasn't replaced by the state. It was just like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Or maybe it was like an honor thing. It was like, it's an honor that they got to kill one of my slaves.
Could be. Could be.
Very interesting.
Crazy, yeah.
Because of me, the Spartan army is getting stronger. A Spartan youth got to murder.
Do you know how the Romans kept their legions in check?
How?
Have you ever heard of the word decimate?
Yes.
So you know what it means to decimate.
Yeah, to decimate, to annihilate, to destroy.
Do you know where it comes from?
No.
So decumus is the Latin word for 10 or 1/10 of.
Yeah.
So in Imperial Rome, actually even in the I think it started in the Republic. So what happened is whenever there would be a mutiny within a legion against the generals or whatever,
I heard about
what they would do is they would take 1/10. Every 10th
random
soldiers at random. They would line them up, and every 10th soldier they would single out, and they would make the other 9 beat that soldier to death.
Really?
Yeah. So they say, we don't care who's responsible. You're all in on it. So now we're gonna pick people at random, and now we're gonna set you in line, and you had to kill your fellow soldier to instill fear. So they ruled the legions by fear, because they knew at any time if anybody had an uprising, it's the only way, bro. Look, now we don't do it. Look at the legions now.
Yeah, there are no legions.
There are no legions, bro. That's why the world is going to shit.
Right
the
now,
barbarians are knocking at our door.
Yeah.
Remember, bro, if you sleep well at night, thank the legion. But we don't, because we have no legions left. Yeah,
bro, I've been seeing shit. You know, sometimes you see shit online and you appreciate where you live.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you know what? The cold's not that bad, bro.
Yeah, because I know what you mean. Bro. It's like 95% we're like, bro, this fucking place sucks. Fuck this place, fucking shit. Then you're like, oh,
you get slush on your boots. You're like, you son of a bitch. And then you remember, bro, there's Chinese people eating street food with oil that has been recycled from the sewers.
No, really?
I swear to God, bro. I saw this with Pantelis during a podcast we were recording. Holy fucking shit. Like, you see shit like that and you're like, you know what? Maybe -30 isn't that bad. Bro.
Yeah. There's some places in the world, buddy.
I'll shiver a little bit in my car. For a few, it's not even that many days. Let's say what you're gonna shiver for 10 days. The really intense cold is gonna be what 20 days in a year.
Yeah, maybe 20 days of -40, like 35. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
And you don't even go out during those
days.
Bro,
honestly, exactly. There you go. Most people they just stay home. If you call in sick, they don't complain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So, bro, I'll take the 20 days of -40. -50 even. Fuck it, bro. I don't care.
But at that point, -60.
At that point, bro, I don't care, bro. It's just an extra excuse to stay inside, bro. You know? I'll take that over fucking sewer oil food, bro.
Yeah, bro. There's all kinds of crazy shit out there.
Bro, like you look at some shit and you're like, bro. Thank God.
You know what it is? It's not that... Like, I'm not upset.
It makes me appreciate my mom, too, a lot more.
Yeah. Like, I'm not upset at Montreal itself. Like, I'm upset at the way it's governed and what they've turned it into.
You know what the problem is with Canada? The politicians.
Well, that's what's wrong with 98% of the world.
There you go.
No, I get it. But that's what I'm saying is that, like, as a country itself, you know, weather and shit aside, it's not a bad place. Like, even with the weather, it's not a bad place.
Bro, honestly,
it's what they've done to it in the last 10 years.
If they lower taxes by half, okay, so instead of being taxed 47%, they lower tax. You were taxed instead 23.5% out of the year, and they got rid of all this bullshit, and there wasn't inflation. But I think I'd be very happy.
But I'll do better. Don't even lower taxes. Keep it at 47%. But instead of the corruption and that money being funneled to these fake,
now you're asking for too much.
If you actually put it back, you know, into the infrastructure, into the education system, it would still be a great place to live.
You're right, because if you look at all those northern countries in Europe. they do it right.
Scandinavia.
But also they have consequences for their politicians if they fuck around. I've been reading into it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you fuck around in any of these Scandinavian countries, bro, they fucking exile you, bro.
Bro, wasn't it Denmark or Ireland where they threw like all these bankers in jail and shit too?
Iceland.
Iceland, maybe.
Iceland or
Greenland? Yeah, they've had enough, bro.
I think it was Iceland, yeah. Because Iceland is actually green and lush, and Greenland is actually... These fucking Vikings strolled everyone. But what was I going to say? Yeah, but they have actual consequences. I was thinking about this. Well, tell me what you think. I said it on the French cast earlier today. I was thinking, what if we had... So... Whatever you want to do in life, you need a car, you need a license. You want to operate a bar, you need a liquor license. You want a motorcycle, license.
Right, you're talking, yeah.
You want to be a lawyer, license. You want to be a real estate agent, license. You want to sell cars, license. You want to do anything in this society, you need a license. Taxi, license. License for everything. Doctors, you name it. The only people that are allowed to operate without a license are our politicians.
Well, that's not true. But
that's very true.
That's not true. Waiters, you don't need a license to be a waiter.
Yeah, but hold on. That's different. Sorry?
How's that different?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like
I didn't phrase this properly. It is the only thing of like a kind of like a profession where...
Teachers are a profession.
Huh?
Teachers are a profession.
But you need to go to school.
Yeah, you don't need a license. You need a license.
Yeah, but the license is your degree.
Okay, so let me rephrase what you're trying to say.
Yes. Say it in non-retard.
Okay, so what you're saying is that professions that are of high importance,
yes,
and in which the knowledge base constantly changes,
yes,
requires licenses and permits to ensure that those officials are constantly on the up and trained properly.
And if they fuck around, they lose their licenses.
Right.
Is that not correct?
Correct.
And there's a limit to how many licenses there are.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
So why don't we do the same for our politicians?
It's not a bad idea.
Because then they would keep themselves in check.
It's not a bad idea. And I will add this, something I think that I had said.
The only flaw that this has is the people that have to implement this is the government itself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
what you have to do is you'd have to create a branch of government.
Yeah.
That technically shouldn't and couldn't be corrupt.
That's impossible.
And that they have to oversee these things.
Yeah, but that's impossible.
Exactly. So therein lies the problem, right? But this is something I had said, I think, on another podcast. Like, I would add to that not only like a license, but who do you elect as your governing official? Like, you need no qualifications.
Yeah, and you can study whatever you can study arts.
You
major
need no prerequisites. You just have to be popular.
There's no school for politics. There should be that too.
Well, like, there's called political science. But no,
I'm talking about like a real, lawyers have the bar, doctors, they have,
you're saying
surgeons
that you should have, I agree with you.
There should be something that you go through and you get fucking filtered through, bro.
I agree with you.
Imagine you're a teacher at this school of politicians, right? And you got all these students, right? And you realize, bro, this student will probably fuck everyone over. Fail. D-.
Well, it's not even a fail. It's just that, you give them a shitty grade, and then only the best go on to positions
and they're
of power.
great, and they're,
Right. I agree with you. I think it's fucking nonsensical.
There's still going to be corruption. There's still, let's be honest, even with something like that in place, there still is going to be corruption. But I think a lot less. And there will be a lot less officials. Did you know we have more officials than New York, than the entire state of New York?
You mean Montreal?
The city of Montreal has more officials.
More borough mayors, or whatever the fuck.
Than the entire state of New York.
No, than Manhattan, I think, or something of equivalent size. I think we have like 3 times more for the equivalent size.
Exactly. Some shit like that, which is unacceptable in my book. And we're way less in population.
Right. Yeah.
That's all taxpayer dollars that's paying those salaries.
Yeah, this is just people feeding off the system. Everybody's like,
but then again, the state of New York has 100 times the cops.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Look, it just comes down to inefficiency in the way things are being run, right? And it does have to do with also who's being elected to these positions. Because let's be honest, bro, everybody gets in and everybody tries to get their buddy in. It's human, like it's normal, right? So I think that there should be not only a way to to filter out like through an education system, like you said. There should be a set of checks and balances. But I also think very importantly, there should be, especially at the higher tier, like when we're talking prime minister and all these things, there should be a philosophical aspect to it.
What do you mean?
Like they should have mandatory courses in philosophy so that they can understand that not only do their actions have consequences, but so they could do deep critical thinking about things and say, okay, how is society going to be affected now, but in the long term, right? And have these grasps of what is right and what is just. Like, do you do something because it's going to help the majority of people, or do you not do it because it might offend a minority of people? You know what I mean? Like these are it's a critical way. I think critical thought is what's missing. It's that people don't look at situations critically
we don't have
anymore.
proper leadership.
But that's what I'm saying. So all these things, like we've lost that philosophical aspect in government. Like people don't sit down to really negotiate and ask these important questions, right? Because everybody's afraid of offending or upsetting a smaller group of individuals. But it's like, if your job, like we live in a democratic system, right?
Hold on, I just want to address Odal son bitch. He goes, since when in bed have coherent discussions? When Alex isn't there.
Yeah, basically. I'm sorry. I know. It's upsetting. Yeah. No,
Sorry,
I think the philosophy is very important.
It's 100% very important.
Yeah.
I think philosophy is kind of... I don't want to get too into it, but it helped me through the pandemic.
Philosophy helps everybody. Like, there's a reason why it's been around for so fucking long, and why it's contributed so great to Western thought. Yeah. It's a very important thing. Not just Western philosophy, any philosophy, but it's that ability to look at a situation critically and analyze it, and not let your emotions get involved.
Yeah, because
there's something like, and we tend to do this a lot. Like people will act on emotion. Like they'll get riled up. Like you do it all the time. Like, oh, fuck it. Like, but I know you do it as a joke sometimes, but sometimes you let your emotions.
Of course, like everyone else.
Yeah, but you can't do that. Like as an individual, I understand it's human.
But then again, I have no real responsibility.
Right. So when you're governing, let's say, a country, or you have, millions of people, you can't act on impulse.
100%.
You have to control yourself.
When you have that many people's lives at stake,
right.
I think you have 0 degree of acting on your emotions. Because then we get shit like, Trump was a leader, very good leader, but very emotional. You know what I mean?
Trump was a good leader. We'll leave it at that.
But he was very petty. He was Trump I'm all for the Trump train, baby.
But I know what you mean.
Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So,
I know what you mean.
But that's the ego, anyways.
I know what you mean.
Because I like these.
Look, what I'm trying to say, bro, is that my I know he wasn't a fucking elected official, but like in terms of leaders, Marcus Aurelius is the man. You should read the Meditations.
I bought it.
Okay, so you should read it. And he was a Stoic. So he was a philosopher, but he was also a ruler of the Roman Empire.
I bought it just to look at it, though. I think it was a nice book.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Read the fucking book.
I'm going to read it.
But that's how you should, because he's simultaneously a Roman emperor who spends, 40 years fighting right on the borders of to expand Rome's power.
And he
or whatever
survived
it is.
that shit, bro.
He survived it, but he's also simultaneously a philosopher, and you see that the way he rules his empire is the way he rules himself, and he brings about matters and subjects of everyday life and the way you should encounter life and encounter struggle, and it's that rational thought. It's that don't be consumed by emotion. Don't let the irrational take you over. Don't act on impulse. Take that second and look at all aspects and find the best way. Find that middle ground. But he also said that sometimes as a ruler, you will have to make those hard decisions.
Yes. Yes. There's always no matter how much you try to make the right decision,
you can't please everybody.
Eventually,
there is no right
you're
decision.
going to have to make a decision. And as we know, any decision is better than indecision.
Yes.
Because indecision leads to demise.
Yes.
But the wrong decision can be corrected.
It's very wise. Who are you? What have you done with Poseidon?
I just like talking about. I like being goofy and fucking around on all the podcasts, but I like to talk about this shit. These are stuff that interests me as well.
Deep. But this is like now we've gone beyond the knuckles. Now we're like wrist deep. These
are things that interest me that I don't really talk about in person. Since Pantelis has been on Yan podcast, will you do it too? He was here today. We recorded a French cast. If you're listening to this when it's available for everyone, it means last week. And he told me he's going to get back to me, see if we're going to do it. If he doesn't get back to me, it means he changed his mind and he probably hates me. No, it's a joke.
Yan or Pantelis?
Yan.
Oh, because Pantelis definitely hates you.
Pantelis definitely hates
I was like,
me.
wow, let's keep it up for discussion. Okay.
Bro, he will defend. I'm not going to give too many details because it's a surprise, but he will defend strangers on their ability to produce or whatever more than me, bro. Bro,
I believe it.
It was heartbreaking, bro.
I believe it.
It was heartbreaking.
I believe it.
Bro, I was so sad after. I was like it was all fun and games, but I was like, really, bro? Like, anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, but
But Stoicism teaches that no matter what, just you keep doing, you keep going.
You keep going, you know, and that's it could get a little bit dark. Not dark, but you know, it deals with matters of the afterlife and death and how you should deal with these things. And whatever. It's just I think it's a beautiful.
I think for everyone the best thing to do is to accept death as young as possible, that eventually you will die.
Yeah, well, the Stoicism teaches that.
Yeah.
It teaches that you should accept death, and it teaches that you cannot escape it. And no matter what you do,
death
you will
and
not
taxes.
escape it.
Death and taxes.
Death and taxes. You will never escape it.
Yeah.
And that you just have to come to terms with it. Live your best life today. Do everything you can to better society. And then just when you go, you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Try to enjoy life as well, but also, you know, give, because to just enjoy it and then fuck everybody else and fuck the future is very selfish. So you have to give back.
Like this is one thing. And so we come like, I'm Christian, right? And you're Christian, and we come from sort of Judeo-Christian backgrounds. And this is one of those things where, you know, sometimes you look at philosophy or ancient philosophies or different schools of thought, and then Christianity, like all these things, but they do mix, because Stoicism says like, once you're gone, you're gone.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of ancient Stoic philosophers, they'll say like, you know, having lavish funerals and all these things is pointless because I'm gone. Like you should... You know, instead of weeping for me and crying, and you move on with your life, because I'm gone. I lived my life. I'm no longer here. I no longer feel pain. Right? I'm gone. If there's a heaven, I'm in heaven. If there is no heaven, I don't feel it anyways. Right? So I move on.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Christianity says the same thing. Like if you're a good person and you go to heaven, then people shouldn't mourn and cry and feel terrible for you, because as a Christian, you believe in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So it's the same thing. It's like you shouldn't be there crying. Look, we've all been through death, right? I mean, I understand we get very sad as people, but it's but they're both teaching the same thing, that death is inevitable.
I think the importance,
and that you have to move on. You have to get 100%, over it.
But I think it's also very important to mourn, to properly mourn.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why?
Why
is it proper to mourn?
Let's say you die.
Okay.
And I don't mourn.
Okay.
I carry this with me, this pain.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because it affected
but
me.
I wouldn't want you to be in pain, because I'm like as a Stoic, I wouldn't want you to be in pain.
But whether you want me to be in pain or not, there will be pain.
That's what I'm saying. So this is a thing. It's a cultural, societal thing that's embedded in us.
I think that's just a human thing. I think that just you're going to have pain regardless. You can't help. Yes, the Stoic doesn't want the other person to have pain, and then the other Stoic will be like, it is what it is, and they'll move on with their life. But I think that there's also there needs to be a certain balance. You know, you were talking about finding the middle ground. There's also an important balance of
a virtue
of feeling certain stuff, processing them,
right?
Because the body carries it.
Sure. So
you know what I mean?
Exactly. So I understand this. So okay. So then to make your point is
if
like
somebody if you pass away, I'll mourn you. I'll be like, oh, fuck,
thanks,
he's a
man.
good
Appreciate
friend.
Thanks,
Maybe
man.
I'll shed a tear and, I'll spill even more alcohol
for the boys.
For the boys,
gin.
You know. But if I mourn for you for a year, eventually it's like, okay, bro, get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's sad.
So you
know
have
what
to
I mean?
move on, right?
100%.
I understand. Look, I'm saying it like I'm playing a devil's advocate, right? Like, obviously, I'm not like if any of my friends pass away or if my family, I'm not gonna wake up the next day and be like, meh. And move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, I understand. So yes, you have to find.
You know
sort
who
of
has
that
a
middle
great
ground.
outlook on this?
Who?
On death? Mexicans.
Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah, they even celebrate death. The Day of Dead.
A lot of cultures celebrate the dead.
100%.
A lot of cultures celebrate the dead. Because again,
and look at that. They're becoming billionaires off of drugs, living their wildest fucking lives.
Fucking
bro.
right,
Look at that, bro.
But again, it comes down to the fact that a lot of people don't see death in the afterlife as a bad thing. It's just that because we feel that pain, right?
Yeah.
Because we have all those emotions tied up and all those years of experience, you feel that pain, and we get very dark and somber. But everything we've learned, like or most religions and whatever, is always like, no, be happy because now there's an afterlife.
Yeah,
right?
be happy. But I also think that like because you keep talking about stoicism, like to be stoic is to understand that also pain is inevitable. Just like sunshine and rain.
Yeah, pain is inevitable, but it's not everlasting.
100%.
Right? It's one of those 100%. Things that you live with. Yes, you experience the pain and you move on.
People tend to make it everlasting.
There you go.
That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
That's where the problem lies. So like, I'll give you an example. The best way that I can describe this is if I break my finger, it's going to hurt like a bitch. It's going to sting. I'm going to go repair it. It's going to hurt for about a month. That's it. But if I repair it and after a month, I still, my finger, that's where the problem lies.
Right.
You know what I mean? The pain of me breaking my finger, the possibility of me breaking my finger is inevitable. And the pain of it is, you know what I mean? Unless you're some freak of nature.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think to accept that and to be like, there will be pain in life, I think is very important to help you continue through and be happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
Because it's impossible to be happy all the time.
Again, a Stoic would argue that if you're unhappy or if you're not, it's because you're paying too much attention to the things that are unimportant. And this is true of modern society, bro.
Modern society, yes.
Like people will get depressed about comments online, about not getting likes, about not, like
fucking
like
pussies.
Things that
just turn off your computer.
Exactly, things that they
no,
have.
Seriously though.
No,
like I'm all for.
Let me finish.
Sorry, go ahead.
Things that they have control over, but they purposely choose to let it consume them. So emotionally, they get destroyed and drained. And which doesn't make sense because you could just move on with your life. Like you don't need to be in everybody else's business. You don't need to look at everybody else or like a lot of times people will look at other people and they'll look at other people's success and it makes them sad. Because they're like, oh fuck, look at that guy. He has money, he has his car, he has the bitches, he has this, he has whatever. And it's like, yeah, but now you're focusing your energy on the wrong thing. Instead of saying, how can I do that too?
Yeah.
Or what steps can I take to be happy or whatever? It's like you're too busy focusing on everybody else's success.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
So you're making yourself worse. Whereas a Stoic would say like, look, this is not your life. This does not concern you. You need to focus on yourself. You wake up every day, you set small goals every day, you achieve those goals, and it'll pay itself, it'll pay off in the long run.
Yeah. I would argue then that sales teaches you a little bit of stoicism then.
Yeah, you win some today, you don't.
Because in sales, you see this every day. In sales, you make exactly what you put in or how you performed.
Right.
You may have worked the hardest, but something didn't click.
Right.
The months where I made the most sales, I didn't give a shit. I flowed. I was nice. I was chill. You know what I mean?
Right.
The months where I was, desperate, I made the least. I made the least sales. They were bad months. So sales teaches you in that sense, like of the stoicism, and there's dead season and high season too. So I would guess sales does teach you stoicism a little bit in that sense because it teaches you to keep going no matter what. That there's gonna be good and bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just go with the flow. You
just
take
go
it
with
as
the
it comes.
flow.
Yeah, it's called life, bro.
Yeah. So I think I'm very lucky in that sense to have a bit of a sales background in my life. You know what I mean? Viron, I don't know how to write your own name. If you like gin, you should try Monkey 47. It's a bit expensive, but it's the best gin I've drank.
Yeah, I'll fucking drink Monkey 47. I love gin.
Yo, today, speaking of...
And I drink it straight on ice.
Expensive shit.
Straight on the rocks. So
speaking of expensive shit.
I'll pick some up, I promise.
Today, I bought the most expensive jeans I've ever bought in my life.
Oh my God.
I never pay more than $35 for a pair of jeans.
Really?
I swear to God, winners.
No.
Winners.
Really?
I think maybe one time...
You're not like a store jean guy?
Huh?
You don't like go into like Levi's and shit to buy jeans?
First of all, I hate Levi's.
No.
I hate Levi's.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone out there. I hate Levi's.
Why?
I don't like them.
Because of the fit?
Everything.
What's everything?
The feel, the texture. I just don't like Levi's jeans.
They feel like jeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like Levi's jeans.
Okay.
Buffalo, I love.
Okay.
Buffalo jeans, I like a lot.
Okay.
Levi's, I dislike. I don't know why.
That's the first time I've ever heard something like that.
I really dislike Levi's
right.
jeans.
All right.
They'll never sponsor this podcast, actually.
All right.
I don't know why. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know anybody can feel this way about jeans, but okay.
You know what I think it is? I think I can trace it back to one thing. I think my mother made me buy a pair one time, and they were super expensive, and I was uncomfortable. But because she was like, you have to be stylish. You know what I mean?
Because you have to wear them because we paid so much for them.
No, I paid.
Oh.
I paid.
Oh.
But she, remember that when I was like becoming a man, 16, 17, I was still making my own money. She kind of still wanted to control everything I did. You know what I mean? Like every Greek mother.
Yeah, of course.
So I think I paid too much for them. And I hated them. They were uncomfortable, didn't fit me well. And because I bought them because my mother was like, just buy them. You know, because they were in or whatever.
Left a sour taste.
And I think that's what it is.
Yeah, you should get over it. You should go give Levi's another try. They're very good jeans.
I should probably go to therapy for it and speak my truth and that Levi's raped me. No.
Levi Strauss.
I should go burn all the Levi's jeans at the stores.
Levi Strauss, yeah. All right, so you bought a pair of jeans.
Anyway, so yeah, today I went to L'Équipeur. Because
L'Équipeur?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're sleeping on L'Équipeur, my friend.
No, I go sometimes.
You do?
I buy like a lot of
I needed cargo
stuff.
pants.
Yeah, exactly.
I needed cargo pants, but I needed light cargo pants.
Did you go to the Marché Central?
Yes.
It's still there.
Yes.
Bro, I was looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it.
It's right next to Winners.
But I went. First of all, it's HomeSense.
No, you're talking about the other side.
Oh, that's what I fucked up on. I went on the wrong side. Yeah,
it happens to me all the time.
Okay, because I went to the parking lot and I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure this was
$90
Winners.
for 500 milliliters. It's he says, oh, yeah, that is expensive.
That's fine. Well, I drink it straight, so it goes. It lasts a while. But okay, because I went the other day.
Yeah.
And
you went on the wrong side.
I was like, fuck. I go, there was a Winners here.
Do you know
this Marshalls? And I walked in. I was like, oh, this is like a Winners.
Do you know why you got confused?
No.
Because they closed down the Moors.
Yeah.
When the Moors was open, you knew where you were.
Right.
You're like, oh, I'm on the Moors side.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they look similar a bit.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because I swear, bro, I went and I was
I'm so sad they closed down Moors, by the way. I'm very upset. I'm going to email
remember
Moors
our last shopping run? We went. Me, you, Pantelis.
Oh, bro.
Bought shirts and shit.
Bro, I bought, my last shopping run, I bought that $550 blazer for $50, bro. The Polo Ralph Lauren, the blue one. Best purchase ever. Best purchase.
Benny's, but today you bought jeans.
Yes. So this is the most I've ever spent on jeans. Jeans and cargo pants because I need them. I need to be nimble. So I don't need them like that resistant as construction pants. I won't, it's not for construction, but I still need them to move around a bit and to be able to shove stuff in pockets, like extra pockets and shit, and still kind of look like semi-professional. Because jeans, you don't really, you can't really look professional with jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So, but then again, cargo pants is. Anyways,
yeah, exactly. Cargo.
Yeah. Anyways, look, I just don't want to wear dress pants, and cargo pants were $80, 80 or 85. So that's the most I've ever spent on pants to begin with, and I think I paid 65 for the jeans.
That's not bad.
Yeah, the most I've and no special.
Was it like a brand name?
Yeah.
What was it?
Lois, it's the bull there. Lois jeans.
Are they comfy?
Very. Oh my god! And they got a nice little shine to them. Oh, I wore them and I was like,
oh, you see like these jeans very much.
Lie, bro. Lois jeans. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Lois. They're called LOIS. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's
Lois jeans.
LOIS. Yeah, bro. Honestly, fuck Levi's. It's all about Lois.
So much hate for a jean company.
But I didn't buy the they have like, the jeans with the kind of like they're a bit like this, but they've got a certain glint to them, like a sort of shine. Very comfortable.
Are they like those stretchy jeans?
A bit, yeah.
Like they have a little bit of polyester, they stretch a bit.
But I'm telling you, it is the best I've ever worn. Ever.
Really?
Yeah. Like all those brands that I had bought from Winners all those years that are like a little bit stretchy like that, don't even come close to
Really?
Not even close.
I'll go pick up a pair.
Not even close.
I'll go pick up a pair.
And they got different colors. They have brown, they have light blue, dark blue, green.
Yeah, I can never do light blue. Jeans, it's always blue, like the traditional jean blue.
I wanted to buy brown.
Or dark navy or black. Like I can't do light jeans. I always look at guys who wear like baby blue jeans. I'm like, interesting. Because I can never pull it off. Like I've never worn light jeans. It's very weird.
They have a color that I wanted to buy. It's called Black Man Brown.
What?
I called it that.
Yeah.
But it's
Pretty
because
sure the company didn't call it Black Man Brown. Bro.
because when people see me from far away, I want them to think that I have a big dick.
Oh,
I'm such a garbage. Yeah.
You stuff a sock.
I have socks with a dick on them. Dick print.
Do you?
I swear to God, I saw them online. I'm like, oh, I want these. And my girlfriend goes, you want to Christmas? I'll buy.
Really? She bought you penis socks?
She bought me penis socks.
Yeah, so mature.
I'm
From stoicism to penis socks.
I have no in between. Oh, shit.
That's interesting.
But yeah, what were we saying?
You asked if I had a story. I do have a story, actually.
Yes.
I hate, bro. Okay, so this goes back to the whole customer service thing. Okay. First of all, our medical system
Comes
is
full
garbage.
circle. Stoicism,
Yeah,
philosophy.
yeah.
Everything comes full circle.
So our medical system is garbage. We know this, right? It's going from
100%.
bad to worse.
Oh, don't get me started, bro.
No, listen to this. Tell me, you're not a father, so you're not going to understand from an emotional perspective, but as a human in this situation, tell me if you would have acted differently. My daughter is sick. She had an ear infection. They get them every so often. They're kids. It's a normal thing.
Good. She'll appreciate when she doesn't have an ear infection. No, I'm joking.
So I knew she had an ear infection. She's like, Baba, my ear hurts. So I was like, okay, let's go. So my wife, so that morning she spiked a fever, 41, which is very high.
Your wife?
No, my daughter spiked a fever, so we give her Advil, whatever. And then you call 811. I think it's 811. It's
411?
No, I think it's 811.
I think it is 811.
811 is Info Santé. So now if you have anything pertaining to any medical situation, you call 811 and then, they sort of navigate this fucking crumbling medical system we have. So we call 811, bro, on hold for an hour and 45 minutes at 5 a.m. Okay, an hour and 45 minutes.
On hold?
On hold.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
So-
they got to hire more people.
Yeah, so with these, whatever. Supposedly they're all nurses there. So she answers. She's like, look, she has fever. We gave her Advil. Her ear hurts. Obviously, she's going through an ear infection. We've been through this before. She's like, okay, listen. She's like, she needs antibiotics before it gets worse. So she could combat the fever and the ear infection. No problem. She's like, I'm going to give you an appointment at the CLSC next to my house on Jerry. She's like, I'm going to give you an appointment today, that same day, 1 p.m. Okay? No problem.
At the CLSC?
At the CLSC.
Okay.
To see a doctor to get a prescription. So now, wife goes to work. I'm tasked with guarding the offspring. So
you have to bring her to the CLSC.
So like any reasonable man, I call my mom to help. Like, Ma, get over here. Well, because I'm like, I don't want to take both, right? So I'm like, you watch my son. So I take my daughter and go to the CLSC.
Yeah.
The appointment was for 1:15. I get there at 1 o'clock, right? I get there 15 minutes before my appointment, like a decent human fucking being. Sign in. They have her appointment on file. No problem. Go to the waiting room. You're going to be called. Now, I'm in the waiting room, bro. When I get there, there's maybe 10 people before me. Okay? Half of them are on their phone watching YouTube videos. The other half are watching the World Cup. Like, nobody with like an emergency. Right? Everybody just... An hour goes by. Now, people are getting calls slowly, right? So an hour goes by.
And they have an appointment.
2 hours go by.
Oh, fuck.
So at this point, bro, like I was watching like TV and I was like showing my daughter, like helping her watch TV to get her mind off the pain. Now my phone is dying, bro. I don't have a charger on me. Bro, I'm watching the clock tick away. I'm 2 hours and 45 minutes into it here. Now, it's almost 4 o'clock. I text my wife. I'm like, I'm 5 minutes from fucking like starting throwing chairs in here. And my phone is at 1%. My phone dies. She doesn't hear back from me, so she starts having a panic attack because she knows how I get. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm nice to 99%, but don't cross over that. Don't make me go to 100.
Yeah.
So at some point, bro, it's almost 3 hours in. My daughter looks at me. She's like, Papa, I'm so tired. I hurt. Like, can we just go home? Bro, my heart broke. I grab her. I go to the front. Now, this mostly happened in French. So I'm going to translate. So I see the fucking secretary there. I go, hey.
By the way, pause. How much attitude do these fucking CLSC secretaries have?
Arab secretary, bro. I don't know why, bro. It's just like these fucking... Anyways, it's not a racist
because
thing.
They can't give the attitude to their men, so they give it to the men at the CLSC.
Bro, I go there. I look at her. I go, can I ask you a question? Is this a fucking joke to you? Quoi? I go, is this a fucking joke? I go, I go, you as an adult, I go, do you find yourself fucking funny? I go, do you find yourself in any kind of like superiority? Like you have I go, you're making a child wait for 3 hours who's in pain just for a basic fucking prescription, just for a basic prescription of antibiotics. And she's been here for 3 hours, I go, and you guys haven't called us, and everybody else has gone through at this point, but we're like through the third round of things.
Fuck.
I go, do you fucking find this funny? I go, is this a joke to you? She's like, no, monsieur, calm down. I go, I'm not gonna fucking calm down. I go, don't you fucking tell me. Now I'm screaming, eh? I'm like, don't you fucking tell me to calm down. I go, you're in no fucking position to tell me to calm down. I go, I'm here with my daughter. 3 hours. I go, the girl's crying, she's in pain, and nobody has seen her. I go, you guys are a fucking joke. So now, obviously, as I'm screaming, there's commotion. So people are coming out, like other secretaries. So then the nurse opens the door who did the triage at the beginning. She's like, monsieur, what's going on? I'm like, I'm fucking fed up. I go, I want your name. I want her name. I want their name. I go, I want everybody's fucking name on a list. I go, I want the name and the phone number of the director and somebody that I can make an official complaint to, and I'm going to call the ombudsman. I go, I'm going to fucking tear you guys a new one. No. I go, stop fucking deflecting. I go, I want all your names. You're public servants. You work for the healthcare system. I go, I want all your fucking names. Miraculously, as I'm screaming, they call her name, right? Because obviously now they're like, oh, fuck. So they call her name. I take her. I go into bro, this story, by the way, is going to get from bad to worse to worse.
Oh, fuck.
So I go inside the doctor. He's no, when you're not an official doctor, no, he's a resident, right? He's like training to be a doctor.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means no, like you have your medical degree, but you're like still like in a student phase, right?
Stage.
Yeah, stage.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, look, this and this. I explain the whole situation again, which I find ridiculous, bro, because the nurse in triage literally asked me.
You have an appointment, the latest.
Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot to tell you. So one of the reasons why I started losing my shit and screaming at her was because she goes to me, because I go, I have a fucking appointment. I go, I don't understand why I'm waiting for 3 hours when I have a fucking appointment. And she goes, vous avez un rendezvous sans rendezvous.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand.
You understand?
I understand.
What do you understand?
I understand why you snapped on her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the type. You know what that kind of answer is?
Yeah.
That's a kind of answer. She's basically telling you, look, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So to translate, she's telling me that I have an appointment without an appointment, basically. And so
that doesn't make sense.
Everybody I've told this story to has said the exact same thing. Everybody's like, what? So I go, what the fuck are you saying? I go, what the fuck is a rendezvous sans rendezvous? Yeah. She's like, well, you didn't have an appointment, but you were given an appointment. I go, yeah, I was given an appointment at 5 a.m. to come at this time. She's like, yeah, that's a rendezvous sans rendezvous. I go, a rendezvous, an appointment, is when you have a time and place to meet somebody. She goes, yeah. I go, I was given a time and place here at 1:15. She goes, yeah. I go, so it's not a sans rendezvous. She's like, yeah, it's a rendezvous sans rendezvous. I go, what the fuck are you saying? She's like, well, she goes, if somebody would have walked off the street and me, we would have got the same sort of, we would have waited the same amount of time. I go, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Then why would I come here at 1:15 when I couldn't have brought my daughter here at 8 a.m? Right? None of this makes sense at this point.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
But we're beyond that. Now I'm in the room with a doctor. So I have to go over this whole...
Doctor.
Yeah, doctor, yeah. Yeah, trust me, bro. Yeah, wait. So I have to go over this whole thing. What time did she get sick? Did she have fever? What did you... Like, everything I already answered to the nurse, and she wrote down, I had to go over all this shit again. So here I'm getting frustrated again. Anyway, so he examines her, whatever. So he looks in her ear. She's like, yeah, she's getting an ear infection. Then he looks at her throat. She's like, oh, I think she has strep. He's like, where's the strep test? I go, what strep test? He's like, well, the nurse, didn't she administer a strep test?
But that's for the throat.
Yeah. I go, no. I go, I've been in the fucking waiting room for 3 hours. Nobody administered a strep test. So he calls the nurse. He's okay, let's see what happens. So he calls the nurse. But I'm sitting down now, okay? Holding my daughter in my lap. He goes, why didn't you give a strep test? He goes, because you could see that her like tonsils or whatever, her throat was inflated. He's like, why didn't you give a strep test? Bro, what does the nurse say? She looks at me and she says, yeah, but the gentleman didn't ask for one.
Oh.
Bro, I get up out of my chair. I go, do I look like a fucking medical professional to you? I go, if I knew what to ask for and what the fuck is going on, do you think that I would come waste my time here? I go, that's why I came here, so you guys can figure out what the fuck is going on. I go, you're trying to pin this on me. I didn't ask. How the fuck do I know the signs of a strep test? Or how the fuck do I know what to look for?
Yeah.
Right? So I started losing it. So now, like, you know how these places are? It's like you come in from one door, but then they have the back door where all the staff is. So that door is open now. So I'm screaming. And obviously the head doctor comes in, this black guy, really cool guy. He's like, Monsieur, qu'est-ce qui se passe? I go,
so you're not racist?
I'm not racist. I go, tes employés, I go, your employees, I go, tes employés sont des fucking incompetents. I go, they're fucking incompetent. Yeah. I go, I've had enough. I go, I'm here for a fucking ear infection. I go, and I'm hearing all kinds of fucking stupidities from everybody. So he's like, listen, he's like, so he looks at my daughter. He's like, yeah, he's like, she has an ear infection. He looks at her throat. He's like, look, she doesn't have strep. He's like, don't worry about it. But we'll do a quick test. He's like, you'll have the results in 5 minutes. Because I'm like, bro, he's like, no, 5 minutes, you get your results. Get the results, no strep. He's like, okay, perfect. He's like, so this is what it is. He's like, now I'm going to leave. He's like, because I have other patients. He's like, but so the kid, the doctor, is going to write a prescription for an antibiotic and you could go on your way. I go, listen, man, thank you very much. You're the only one who has made sense so far. Guy leaves. Cool fucking guy.
So he gave you the prescription?
No. So now the kid has to write the prescription, right? So he's like, okay, I'm gonna prescribe antibiotics. No problem. So I see
which
him now.
Kid? Like some nurse or whatever?
No, the fucking doctor kid.
Oh, the stagiaire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now he's writing the fucking prescription, bro. And I'm looking at him write it. And I go, fucking son of a bitch. I go, please. But in my head, bro, I was praying. I go, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah. I go, are you prescribing amoxicillin? Amoxicillin is a type of antibiotic. I go, are you prescribing amoxicillin? He's like, yeah. Bro, I take a breath. Like, I just recounting it, bro, I'm getting anxiety. I go, bro, my daughter is severely allergic to amoxicillin. I go, the nurse asked me if she had allergies, and I told her she's allergic to amoxicillin. And I point to the paper the nurse had filled out, the triage sheet. I put on the first fucking line. It says it right there, allergy to amoxicillin. What does he do, bro? Looks at the paper. Then he looks at his screen with her file. And he's like, oh yeah, it's here. It's in her file too. But I wanted to grab him by the throat and strangle him. This is the definition of not giving a fuck. I go, so it's written on the paper and it's written on her file and she's a 2-year-old child and you're about to describe her something that could give her anaphylactic shock and kill her. I go, are you fucking retarded? This guy's a doctor, by the way. This guy was given a medical.
You just stressed me out.
Yeah, so when you have kids, bro, you have to pay attention to these things. So this guy was given a medical degree.
You told me this, I completely understand my mother now.
Bro, so he gives me the prescription for something else. I go, you're sure this doesn't have amoxicillin? I go, I swear to God. I go, if something happens to my daughter, I go, I'm coming back here with a fucking baseball bat. I go, and they're the first person I'm coming after. He's like, no. He's like, okay.
You told him this?
Yeah.
Did his eyes go?
Yeah, bro, I'm surprised they didn't call security on me at this point. Anyways, so I take my daughter, I take the prescription. I'm like, hey, baby. I call her babe. I go, come on, my little baby. I go, let's get the fuck out of here. We walk out. The cherry on top. As I'm leaving, that same fucking secretary, right? What does she say, bro? Alors, monsieur, finalement, ça s'est bien passé. Like, oh, finally, everything worked out. Right? That's what she said. Because she had to make a comment as I was leaving, right? I didn't say anything to her. But she had to, right? She had to try and come out on top. Very simple reply, bro. Put down my daughter. I go up to the window. At this point now, the other secretary was there from before. But I must have given her a look because the other secretary, bro, just turned and hid behind the file cabinet. I go, listen to me very carefully. I go, you're on Jerry. I go, 5 blocks that way. I go, it's the Cirque du Soleil, which is true. That's what it is. I go, it's the Cirque du Soleil. I go, I suggest you and everybody else in here goes and gets a job there because you're all a bunch of fucking clowns and you all deserve to work for a fucking circus. I go, because that's what you are. Vous êtes des fucking clowns incompetents. I go, that's what you are. I go, you fucking clowns. And I grabbed my daughter and I walked out.
Goddamn.
That was a visit, bro, to a CLSC in our medical system.
You don't have a family doctor?
I had, but he retired. But you understand what I'm saying, bro? You understand? This is what you go through just for a fucking child, bro, just to get a basic prescription. And so here's what upsets me, okay? Could you imagine if I was at work or Christina was at work and we couldn't take her, okay, whatever. So my mother-in-law, for example, takes my daughter to this doctor, and the guy prescribes amoxicillin. My mother-in-law doesn't know.
Yeah.
She goes home, gives her the medication, puts her to nap, right? Because obviously she's talking. What happens if my daughter doesn't wake up again?
Bro.
What happens if my daughter doesn't wake up again, bro? What happens? What, I'm supposed to carry my dead daughter to the CLSC and tell them, let's see who fucked up?
Fuck.
Yeah, bro. Shit like this, bro, fucking aggravates me, bro. And it's that nobody gives a fuck.
No, I get you because I'm aggravated for you right now.
Bro, nobody gives a fuck. It was 2 seconds. All he had to do was read the first line of the paper or look at the screen where it says allergic to amoxicillin. But nobody gives a fuck anymore, bro. Nobody gives a fuck.
And this is terrible. This is the medical system.
This is the medical system, bro.
That's so dangerous, bro.
Fuck it. Yeah, so could you imagine how shit everything else is? See, a fucking old son of a bitch is also too allergic to amoxicillin. Bro, don't go to the CLNC, bro. They'll do you in. They'll fucking kill you. I swear to God. Bro, 2-year-old child, bro. 2-year-old child, bro. Her body can't fight off things like this. She's a 2-year-old, bro. Anaphylactic shock on a 2-year-old, bro, is like death.
You know we'd have to torture this guy with like dildos and shit in the ass.
I'd commit murder, bro. If I lost my child, I have no problem, bro. Walk in there, just stab the guy straight in the throat. No problem. No questions asked, bro.
Christ.
Straight into the room.
You know what's crazy?
And you know what else they did one time? I kid you not this doctor. I forget where. Wow, I went to another place we called 811 and they sent me to some place in St. Leonardo, basically like a clinic. So the guy prescribes an antibiotic. Wasn't amoxicillin this time because he actually read the paper. So he prescribes this. But what they do for an antibiotic is they go by weight. So depending on your weight, they give you a certain dosage, right? 3 milligrams per whatever for the dilution.
Same thing with cocaine.
Yeah. But the guy, when I went to the pharmacy, thank God, bro, the pharmacist. She looks at the paper, so she's like, who's this for? Because obviously it said Alexandra. I'm not Alexandra. I don't identify as a woman. She's like, who's this for?
Not yet.
No, I'm like, oh, it's for my daughter. She's like, how old's your daughter? I'm like, I don't know. Back then she was like 1.5 or 2 years old or whatever. She's like, yeah. She's like, I don't think this prescription is right. I'm like, why? She's like, this dosage, she goes, is like 10 times what your daughter needs. It'll kill her. I was like, excuse me? The idiot, instead of putting 20 pounds, put 200 pounds. Like, he made the calculation for a 200-pound individual instead of a 20-pound individual. And again, I thank God, bro, that... So now, even like when I went the other day to get that, I made sure with a pharmacist, I'm like, by the way, I'm like, this is my daughter. She weighs 27 pounds. Can you please confirm the dosage? Because nobody's going to check for you, bro.
Yeah, you got to check everything.
You got to check everything, bro. Ever since I had kids, I realized you got to check everything, bro. One fuck up, bro. One fuck up. One link in the chain breaks. You're done, bro.
Really?
Yeah. The repercussions.
Oh, that's fucked
Could you
up.
imagine you give a child a dose 10 times what it needs?
Starts a business? No, I'm joking.
No, it's fucked up, bro. It's aggravating that this is the medical system. And it's just, bro, nobody gives a fuck. Like, nobody, it's just like, everybody just going
Nobody
through
gives
those
a fuck
motions.
until people start getting stabbed, though.
Ah, there you go. Or until you start decimating people.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro, the CLSC fucked up. Everybody comes out, bro. Doctors, nurses, secretaries, even the janitors, bro. Every 10th person is like, bro, I didn't do it. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry.
And it's not even the person that it's their fault.
No, it's just,
somebody innocent.
Yeah.
And then everyone else hates the person that did that now because they have to kill an innocent person.
So you know what's going to happen? That person's going to get stabbed.
Exactly.
Hardcore. Like,
Yeah, we were talking about this today. No more accountability.
No, zero.
Like, I feel like some jobs you can have very little accountability. You know what I mean? But this is like everyday jobs. Like, you know, Tim Hortons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
like, you still have some accountability. Like, you can't just fucking drop people's food. But you're not, you know what I mean?
But you want to hear fucked up for accountability? I'm not going to say names, but this I know firsthand because it's a relative, okay? She works for the Jewish General Hospital. And she manages basically the people who go to old people's homes or like they do house visits to administer medication to people who are old, right?
Yeah.
So they have a process. So there is this nurse or whatever you want to call them. She was a Haitian nurse. So she's black, right? Whatever. Not that it makes any difference, right? She's just a nurse. Well, it's relative to the story. because the nurse made it relative. So she was tasked with going to an old lady's home. The lady was 95 or 94 years old, to give her a medication or to draw, a blood sample, to take a blood test. So she wasn't a nurse. I think she was just like, whatever. So she goes there, knocks, rings the doorbell, no answer. She goes, okay, I'm going to do it the next day. She goes the next day, rings, no answer. Okay, goes the third day, rings, no answer. Just never goes back. All right? So now the relative of mine who's managing gets a thing from the family, and they're like, hey, like, we can't reach our mom. You guys were supposed to go see a blood test. Like, do you have the results? So she's looking at this and she's like, yeah, I don't have any blood test results. So she calls the blood clinic and she's like, you have the blood from this patient? And they're like, no, we never got the sample of the blood. So she goes to the nurse or whatever the fuck she is. She's like, hey, she's like, did you go get the blood? She's like, oh yeah, I went 3 times, didn't answer, so I never went back. She's like, okay, but there's a process. Like if you go and they don't answer, you have to report to me saying they didn't answer, because then I have to try calling and sending people to the house to see if she's okay. She's an elderly care, like this is their department, but it's taking care of old people. She never reported it, that she never answered. She's like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna go back. But the lady was dead in her house for 5 days. Get dead in her house. So obviously now the family is very upset and they're seeking legal consequences, because they're like, but you guys are tasked with taking care and checking in on them. When there's no answer at the door, you can't just fucking walk away. Like, call the police or call somebody to go.
I would say the first day that there's no answer is a little bit weird.
Right. So she's
94. Where's she gonna go?
Right. So that's what this person is saying. What does the nurse say, bro? Because now she's under investigation. Vous êtes des racistes. It's a racial thing. Oh, you're racist. You're doing this because I'm black. No, we're doing it because you fucked up at your job. Like,
that's fucked up.
This is the actual process. It's not like, hey, by the way, maybe we should. It's like, you have to write it in the file that there's no answer. Like, you fucked up hard. But again, because she doesn't want to have any accountability, she's like, oh, you're racist. This is a racial matter. It has nothing to do with racism. You're turning it racist. You're playing the racist card. And again, she's like, but we go through this. She goes, I go through it all the time. She goes, anything happens, it automatically turns racist. Automatically.
Bro, when I worked in car rentals, you know how many times I've been called a racist?
Well, you are racist, but but people actually called you out on it. Okay.
No, go fuck yourself. No, because
on a car rentals, bro.
Yeah, on car rentals.
How?
Because the license wasn't matching to the credit card or stuff like that.
Oh.
Tu es raciste. And not like, I was like, what do you want me to do, bro?
Yeah. What is your name not matching have anything to do with race? Like, bro, people, first of all, this is what is upsets me. It's like they throw away words like misogyny, racism. They just throw words out there. They don't understand what they mean.
Yeah. The best was like usually.
Bro, if I was racist, I wouldn't even be talking to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, what are you talking about?
What's crazy is sometimes I'd get like sometimes it was like a huge lineup. And then like it was the funniest shit. Usually it was
white to the front of the line.
Hold on. You know the types that would there was a specific type that would usually yell racist first. Okay?
Are you trying to be politically correct on this podcast? You can say the type, bro.
It's there's a type. Young.
Yeah.
A little bit young.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Knows they could take advantage.
Go on.
Of any that has nothing to do with nationality.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the best is always like, c'est un raciste. Then they're yelling. And the next person in line is black. And it comes on, bro, that guy's lost it. Huh? Bro, the best. It would be so funny, bro. When the next guy in line was black, it was like, bro, this guy's lost his mind.
Bro, they're calling you a racist because there's a lineup at a car rental place.
Oh, bro, all the shit I used to.
Like, you understand how nuts that is?
Yeah.
It's fucked up, bro. Oh, and like you said, oftentimes it's like the people from that same sort of group of individuals are the ones that'll call them out and be like, yeah, bro, these people are fucked. Like, I work with a specific individual, so we're not going to get into specifics. That person is of a specific, we say race, but it doesn't make sense because we're all part of the nationality. There's of a specific nationality.
Skin tone.
Right. And when customers of that specific same sort of group of individuals walks in, bro, you should see. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, not. Like he doesn't want to serve them, bro. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, my people, because he knows.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God. He's like, oh, bro, I don't want to fucking deal with it. Yeah, bro, because he knows it's not a racist thing. It's like, they're the same. It's like me. If a Greek walks in, I'm like,
I'll be honest. I always hated dealing with Greeks in sales. Always. I would always say I'm Italian.
Yeah, I hate dealing with Greeks in restaurants.
I hate in sales. It's even worse.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. In sales, bro. God forbid you try to sell them something.
It's the bargaining. Oh, really?
Hello, bro. Bro, come on, bro. We're like brothers. Come on, bro. I know your mother, bro. Ella, bro. You know who I'm talking about. Ella, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell me. Ella, bro. Come on, bro.
Me, bro.
Do the homeboy price now,
Do the homeboy.
Ella, bro. Sir, it's a $80,000 car. You want me to give it to you for $30,000? Ella, bro. What? It's 50,000. What's 50,000, bro? The company has money, bro. Yeah. Your mother knows. My mother knows you, bro. Bro. Oh, I want to stab, murder, instant murder. Would
bro. Who doesn't know my mother? Hey, go ask my mother for a deal. How's that?
No, the best answer that I would always want to give, but you can't. I also know your wife.
Huh. You can. We live in an age, bro, where you can.
Actually, yeah, and I was probably gonna.
Just fucking say, I know your wife, bro. Big shit. What are you telling me, bro?
But whenever it was Greeks, bro, this one guy. Oh, I remember. I'm never gonna.
This is when you deal with people of the same culture as you, irrelevant if they're Greeks or whatever. They want stuff.
Yeah,
like they
exactly.
think, you know, like they're like,
they
you know,
they
like
can get away with stuff.
Yeah, like, wow, we're the same, you know,
bro. I think one of my least favorite was Greeks. One guy, bro. I didn't tell him I'm Greek yet. He's showing me, bro, his big house down in New York. He's in the tri-state area, like in New Hampshire or whatever. I don't know, some rich area.
New Hampshire is so far from the tri-state area.
Look, whatever, bro. I don't know, some place that's really rich.
Okay, all right.
He's showing me his vehicles, bro. Look, I bought this last week, bro. Like a crazy Porsche 911 convertible, whatever.
Wait, this guy's a customer?
He's
Why
Greek.
is he showing you this?
Oh, we were talking about cars, and he was passionate about cars, and I was passionate about cars and shit.
He wasn't just like, hey, look at my rich shit.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, I got this. I picked up. He wasn't bragging. He was just like, bro, you like cars? Like, I just picked up this Porsche 911. It was telling me the horsepower and everything, shit like that. I was trying to upsell him basically to a nicer car. And it was a Jaguar.
Was in for okay.
It was a Jaguar F-Pace. It wasn't the SVR. It was the S Sport or whatever, and it was the V6 bi-turbo with about 360 horsepower. I think it was 360 because the SVR has like 540 or something like that. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I was trying to upsell him. I think the price was $60, and we were talking
$60. What, more per month?
Per day.
Oh.
Yeah, but his rate was already cheap. Like that car would go for $200 a day, but his rate was like $40. So even at $60, he's getting.
Oh, you're trying to rent him a rental car?
Yeah. I'm trying to upgrade him. You know, but I'm cutting him a deal too. I'm not a stingy fuck. You know. And I accidentally let it slip that I'm Greek.
Oh no.
I don't remember how the conversation went exactly, but this guy was a little more classy. He was like, "Ella, bro," you know what I mean? He was a little more, but he was like, come on, like give it, like, because he was still from New York. He was like, come on, like, can you do $20? Can you do $20 more a day? I'm like, bro, like, you're at 40. I can't. The car goes for $2 a day, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And finally, he didn't take it. He took he would rather take the fucking midsize that he booked over. You know what I mean? And this guy was loaded.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean is like. Because we're very petty. Greeks are very petty.
You think so?
Very, very petty. And I know that I'm speaking from experience, my friend. So I think
we're giving a very bad rap to Greeks. We thought Greeks were such cool people till this like
no, hold on. We're cool to because we like to be called xenophobic and racist.
No, we're cool to everybody who's not us.
Exactly. We're cool to everyone but us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all the frustrations we eat from everyone else, we take it out on each other.
Yeah.
That's why the Jews are better than us.
Bro, the Jews are the same garbage, bro. Everybody thinks we have these things like, oh, Jews amongst themselves. Oh, they keep the wealth. They help each other. Bro, they're all garbage, bro. They're all garbage. Because I know a lot of Jews, a lot of Jewish businessmen, bro. They all fuck each other over, bro. Everybody's trying out to get each other. Yeah, it's... Every culture is out to fuck each other, bro.
Yeah.
The worst enemy is a Greek is a Greek, of a Greek is a Greek, bro. You open a restaurant,
100%.
the guy's going to come open across the street from you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll even leave a negative review.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I always liked, but I'm petty, but I always liked seeing other Greeks do well.
It's very rare. You're a very rare
I
breed.
always enjoyed, unless that Greek had fucked me over, then I want him to fucking die.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same way. Like
yeah.
if I don't know you,
like if
and
I don't
you're
know
doing
him,
well, I'm like,
and he's
oh, good
doing
for
well,
them,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh fuck, a Greek doing shit.
Or even if I know him and he's a nice guy, I'm like, oh, good for him. You know, like I know a lot of people who are doing well. I'm like, oh,
yeah, if he didn't fuck anyone over,
yeah, to get where he
I
is,
was to get where he is, I was cheering.
Yeah,
I'm cheering automatically.
Yeah.
But I found out, not a lot of people are like that.
no, bro, most people are not.
Nah.
No, well, most people, bro, they see you do well and they're like,
The
First, the
best
people
was
who
a comment that Pantelis got once at the cafe. He goes, look, bro, it wasn't me, it was somebody else, but they were basically
was
saying
there.
you're not as...
I was there.
Oh, yeah, you were there.
I was sitting next to him. Oh, you finished the comment though, but I was
Yeah,
there.
you're not as big as Sugar Sammy. Which is insane comment to say. Somebody who practically not grew up with you, but you know what I mean?
Tell bro, when you go play hockey at Jerry Park, you're not as big as fucking Gordie Howe or fucking Eddie Jean Béliveau, whatever. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Then he's gonna say, then he's gonna slip and he's gonna say, yeah, but I'm not trying. Oh, I thought you said it was somebody else.
Yeah, like you could look at anybody in any profession and say,
like
oh, but you're
inventing
not
scenarios.
as good as what?
I like inventing scenarios. I'm sick.
It's a stupid comment. Like I get it. It's like, yeah, I'm not the great. You know how hard you have, bro. What are you saying? Like, but it's that. It's that instead of saying like, hey, good job, you're doing well. Instead of helping elevate you, it's how can I pull you down just a bit?
Crab mentality. Speaking of stoicism
Don't
preaches
talk to me about stoicism.
you're only in competition with yourself at all times.
You don't know anything about stoicism.
I know I don't know anything. I know some.
Does it preach that? Maybe.
Of course.
Maybe.
You're only ever in competition with yourself. I learned this in sales, actually. Sorry. I say stoicism, but I learned this in sales.
No, yeah, I don't think
In
stoicism
sales,
ever says that.
I learned in sales that you're always only ever in competition with yourself, nobody else. You're only ever in competition with the person you were yesterday.
Yeah, I know. That's one of those things that sounds pretty, but isn't actually true.
What do you mean?
Well, because at the end of the year, you have like best salesman award and best this and best that. So you're obviously in competition with other fucking people.
Obviously, but that best salesman is not focused on others. He's focused on himself.
No, I get what you mean.
That's what it means. But
I get what
you know what I mean? Anyways, I think we're going to close on that. Look.
On the stoic car salesman.
Yeah, the stoic car salesman.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm writing that down, bro.
Bro, the stoic.
Give me a pen. Bro.
I'm a stoic car salesman.
Car salesman.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, bro. I have to write that down because I'm going to hate myself
Or
if I don't
just
write
a
it down.
stoic salesman. Could you imagine a stoic salesman?
Yeah.
It would be like the most emotionless thing ever.
Yeah.
You want to buy this? No. Okay. Just walk away.
Yeah. I used to pull some weird shit that do that too.
You want to buy this? I'll buy 10 of
You know
them.
what I used to pull on people? Because the whole thing in car sales was you have to remain in control of the process. Okay? So one thing is when you were giving the tour of the car, and I'm going to close on this. When you were giving the tour of the car, you weren't supposed to let the client wander off on his own and explore the car. He's supposed to be following you at all times. Okay? Don't follow him because then he's leading. And then he dictates. It's subconscious, psychological shit.
All right.
Right? Literally what I used to do.
Used to hold him by the hand.
No.
Come here, sir.
No. Come with me. Like a child.
Come. Shh. Yeah, but shh. It's okay. You don't need to know.
I'll put Vaseline. It's okay.
Yeah, you don't need to know.
Literally what I used to do is they would follow me as I'm showing the car. And this was usually men. Men hated being like told what to do, and it's normal.
If you told me to follow you, bro, I'd tell you go fuck
No,
yourself.
I wouldn't tell them to follow me, but I would lead.
I get what you mean. You're doing it. Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
I would do some of the weirdest shit, and it would work. I would just stand there and wait. In that spot that they left and wandered off, and they were looking, and then they would ask me, sometimes some of them would try, they'd be like, I have a question. I'd be like, no, I'll finish the whole walk around, and then any questions you have, you can ask me. But I used to stand there and wait. They would always come back.
Like little puppies.
Yeah. Always.
Really?
Always. 100%. 10 out of 10 times, they would always walk back. And if they wouldn't always result in a sale, obviously. But I always, they were always a little more interested.
Bunch of fucking betas.
Yeah. No. I'm
Bro,
telling you.
if you were standing on one side of the car and I was standing on the other side of the car, and I was like, hey, I have a question. You told me like, yeah, whatever. Like, bro, you want to like get your fat ass here, or should I just?
Some people are a different breed. Some people are a different breed. You and me, we don't.
There's no way.
We don't apply, bro. I've told salesmen like, bro, don't do this.
Yeah, I walk into dealerships and the guy comes up and like, bro, you can't tell me anything. I don't know about this car.
I've told I'll play the game in the beginning, but if they bring it a little too far, I'll be like, look, bro, don't try these things on me. Don't. I've told. Don't. They go, what do you mean? Bro, don't tell me.
People who
don't tell me, bro. You can't call a car artist, bro. Don't, bro. Don't. We're gonna close on that, guys. Don't forget, I am Poseidon.com. My website is finally live.
You are Poseidon.com. He is a website. He is the internet incarnate.
Okay. There was nothing else available.
He is the internet.
I am Poseidon.com. That's the website because Poseidon.com wasn't available.
Poseidon.com
wasn't available.
Poseidon.com wasn't available. You're fucking lying.
Go check right now. We're not going to close until you check. Let's see. It's going to be quiet, but it's going to be mad in the editing.
Wait a second. Oh, so theposeidon.com redirects you to Warner Bros.
Yeah.
To a movie apparently called Poseidon.
And Poseidon.com is unavailable. Trust me, I checked.
Yeah, Poseidon.com seems like premium shit.
Yeah. So I am Poseidon.com. You get all my links there for everything that you need. Don't forget for Viron's links, it's what is it? VI_RON on Instagram and in Twitter, everywhere. That's how you'll find them. And I just want to let you guys know, Tuesday nights, if you're listening to this, don't forget, you have English comedy shows at the Bordel that are hosted by Pantelis. He always has an insane fucking lineup, so go enjoy that shit. Usually when this is being recorded on Tuesday nights, so you can't watch live and be there at the same time. Understandable. Wednesday nights, Comfort Zone, where basically, you know what? Go on YouTube, Pantelis Comedy. Go check out Comfort Zone. You're gonna see. You can also buy tickets to be there live. It's a different, I know it's live on YouTube as well, but it's a completely different atmosphere when you're there in person. It's a lot more fun. Trust me, come out, you'll see Pantelis, you'll see me. We're gonna fuck around, we're gonna say some dumb shit. I took off my shirt last week, or if you listen to this on everywhere the week before. I think that's it. Oh, if you want to buy tickets for that, just go on my link tree. My link tree is everywhere. It's on my website. It's on Instagram. It's wherever you want. And I think it's the first link on top. Eventbrite every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Comfort Zone. Anything else I'm missing? Patreon.com/Pantelis. Bitches. Peace out.